In this video, we're going to be looking at dividing complex numbers. So when you need to divide complex numbers, you multiply the numerator and denominator, which is the top and the bottom, by the conjugate of the denominator, which is the bottom. So if you're looking here, our denominator is 2 minus 3i. So then the conjugate of that will be 2 plus 3i. Remember, you just change the sign of the imaginary part for the conjugate. And we need to multiply both the top and the bottom by this. Okay, so let's write this using brackets. So we have 5 plus 4i times 2 plus 3i over now 2 minus 3i, 2 plus 3i. Okay, expanding the top, I'll have 5 times 2 plus 3i, and then 4i times 2 plus 3i. All over now, 2 times 2 plus 3i, minus 3i times 2 plus 3i. Okay, so let's start out the numerator first. So 5 times 2 is 10, 5 times 3i is 15i, then 4i times 2, that'll be 8i, then 4i times 3i would be 12i squared. Now the denominator, so 2 times 2 would be 4, 2 times 3i would be 6i, minus 3i times 2 would be minus 6i, and then minus 3i times plus 3i will be minus 9i squared. Okay, you'll see now that the plus 6i and the minus 6i will cancel. And for the numerator then, I can simplify the 15i and the 8i. So I'll have 10 plus 23i plus 12i squared over now 4 minus 9i squared. Now, remember in complex numbers, I squared is equal to minus 1. So let's replace the I squareds now with minus 1. So now I'll have 10 plus 23i plus 12 times minus 1 over now 4 minus 9 times minus 1. So this will get me 10 plus 23i minus 12 over now 4 plus 9. At the top then, so 10 minus 12 will be minus 2 plus 23i over 13. So you'll always find that for your denominator, you'll always get a whole number. If you're not getting a whole number as your denominator, you've gone wrong someplace. So you'll always have a real whole number for that. Now, let's just simplify this further. And your answer is going to be minus 2 over 13 plus 23 over 13i. And that's your final answer. So let's have a look at this one now. So we have 10 plus 5i divided by 1 plus 2i. So whenever you're dividing, multiply the top and the bottom by the conjugate of the denominator. So the conjugate of 1 plus 2i will be 1 minus 2i. So I have 10 plus 5i times 1 minus 2i. Then at the bottom then I have 1 plus 2i times 1 minus 2i. Okay, so in this question I'm going to deal with the numerator and the denominator separately and then put them back together at the end. So for the numerator I'm going to have 10 times 1 minus 2i and then plus 5i times 1 minus 2i. Okay, expanding this now. Okay, now remember here that I squared is equal to minus 1. So I'm going to replace the I squared here with minus 1. Okay, and I still have the minus 10 here. So now I'm going to have 10 minus 15i. Then minus 10 times minus 1 will be plus 10. So then for the real parts, I have a 10 and a 10. So then I'm going to have 20 minus 15i. And this is my numerator, the top. Okay, for the bottom then, the denominator, I'm going to go back now to this. So let's expand these brackets. I have 1 times 1 minus 2i. Then plus 2i times 1 minus 2i. Expanding this, I'll have 1 minus 2i plus 2i minus 4i squared. And then remember, I squared is equal to minus 1. So get rid of the I squared, put in minus 1. The minus 2i and the plus 2i will cancel. So I still have the 1. So then I'm going to have 1 and then minus 4 times minus 1 will be plus 4. So that is equal to 5. And that now is my denominator. So let's put these back together. And I'll have 20 minus 15i all over 5. And this can now simplify to 4 minus 3i. And that then is my final answer. Okay, so that is how you divide with complex numbers. Any questions, please leave in the comments. Thank you.